But for now, let's get to it. Brought to you by Zephyr Epic, Elias Pettersson. Very pleased to be joined now by the newly signed Vancouver Canucks prospect. Elias, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good and really glad and happy about the contract. So excited.
Elias, got to ask, I mean, does it feel like a dream come true when you're signing that contract to an NHL team? That must be a pretty awesome feeling for you.
Yeah. When my agent told me that Vancouver has gave us an offer, I was a little bit shocked and just so happy.
Well, I want to ask about this season because a lot of us saw you go into the SHL and we were shocked with some of the minutes you were playing. You had a lot of minutes in the SHL. Talk us through how the season went from start to finish. It looked like you had to earn ice time, and you did a good job when you got that ice time.
Yeah, it was a pretty slow start from my side. I didn't play as much as I wanted. I was the 17th man in the first 10 games, and then before the Junior World Championship, I get like 15 games where I played like between 10 and 15 minutes per game. So that was some huge game for me. It boosted my confidence, and yeah, I take that games with me for the next season and trying to build from what my confidence were in those games and trying to do that next season. So yeah.
And you were obviously a big part of that World Juniors team. What do you attribute your success to the most this season?
I think my hard work every day, trying to give 100% every day and trying to be as focused as much when I'm in the arena and every game and every training. So yeah.
Now, Elias, you got a chance to play at the World Juniors. You mentioned it. You're going to get a chance to play again next year. How excited are you for that? I mean, now that you've seen what it's like, I'm sure you're excited to get back and be a year older now at that tournament.
Yeah, I'm really excited. If Magnus won't have me on the team, I think we will have a really good team in this tournament. So I'm really excited.
And you talked about working on your game and your work ethic. From what we've seen, you like to be a pretty tough guy. You like to throw the hits around a little bit. How much do you enjoy being physical in the game of hockey?
I think that is one of my biggest strengths. As I said to you before, I'm not searching for the hits, but when they come, I'm trying to be as tough as I can, and yeah, trying to play as physical as much as I can.
And I'm sure you can do that in the J20 league, but when you get to the SHL, you're facing men. What do you think? Like, what is it like when a 35-year-old guy is getting crushed by an 18-year-old?
Yeah, I think it's a big difference between the G20 and the SHL, but the coaches said to me that is what I need to bring when I'm playing, and that is what I can do out there to help the team, trying to be as physical as I can and trying to help the team in that way.
Elias, what's the plan for you next year? Do you know where you're going to play? And also, are you goal oriented at all? Like, do you have any goals? Like, do you want to play AHL games at some point next year? What's your goal for next year?
Oh, I'm going to stay here in Örebro in the SHL and trying to make it into the top 6 defensemen here and trying to be a defenseman that plays every game, trying to be on the team every game and be a guy that doesn't play like 2 minutes every game and trying to fight for the top 6 spot.
I guess as you're making that fight for a top 6 spot, you got to watch the playoffs. You didn't play a ton over these playoffs here, but how much did you learn from just the experience of the playoffs?
I learned really much. I had a good conversation with the coach too, and he said to me that it's it's good to look sometime, even though I didn't play as much. So he said to me that I needed to look really much how they're acting out there, the big boys.
I have to imagine that kind of since you got drafted, it's been a crazy year. You flew to Vancouver, you're back in the SHL, you were back here for the World Juniors. We saw you and Jonathan Lekaramaki both go through similar things. Seemed like you had a pretty smooth sailing the whole way. Looking back at the last year, how much fun has the last year been for you? Is it the best year of your life?
Yeah, I think so. It must be the first. It was, yeah, I think it's my best year so far.
And
So much
I guess
fun.
just traveling to the World Juniors and stuff, coming here to Canada, that was exciting. But this year, back in Sweden, how much fun is that going to be that you can have friends and family come watch? I have to think that Sweden probably wants to go for gold at the World Juniors this year.
Yeah, of course. It's going to be a really fun tournament with the family and grandma, grandpa that didn't watch so many games. So yeah, I think it will be really fun.
Elias, who are some of your favorite players to watch in the NHL right now? Who are some guys that you watch and you're thinking, wow, it's just fun to watch this guy play?
I think I haven't watched so many games because I'm sleeping when the games are, but I really like Erik Karlsson. I think he has had a hell of a season, and yeah, he's so good
And you've
this
worked with
season.
Mikael Samuelsson out there in Sweden. What's it like to have an NHL guy like that to help you with your development?
It's really good. You know, we talk really much. He's in the arena and watching the games, and we talk after the games and how I feel and what he can bring to me that I can develop. And yeah, he's a really good guy to have around me.
And I asked you this when we spoke a couple months ago, but we got to do it here on the show. Lots of nicknames for you. You're the second Elias Pettersson in the Canucks organization. EP2, DPD, Repeaty. What's your favorite nickname that you've seen out there?
I think DPD is the best.
Hey, I agree with you. I agree with you absolutely.
Yeah.
And I guess like the moment we've talked about this, it's kind of fun to have the same name. And I think you joked about it at the draft when you were drafted that that Elias Pettersson is your favorite NHL player. So he was cheering for you at the World Juniors, which was good news as well. And I'm sure he'll be doing it for you again this year with Sweden. So we're excited to see what you do at development camp this year. You got a big SHL season coming up in World Juniors.
Yeah.
Elias, we wish you lots of good luck for this next year. You got a big year ahead of you. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. There he is. Elias Pettersson, left shot defenseman from Orebro